I'm still having my coffee.
From now on, okay? People are joining, you know, Brazilians, huh? They always take some time to get in. Very nice to see you again, man.
Nice to see you.
But we have some people inside in the room too. We have Iago and we have Marcia. And I'm trying to solve some problems because some people are trying to get in. Some people are trying to connect here. And it seems
just grab a coffee.
And I don't manage to connect my WhatsApp on the computer, so I cannot help them. It's been a while since I had your YouTube. Oh, beleza, cacete. Gabriel Fogaça. Marcia, I'm going to keep my microphone because are getting crazy. Dogs are getting crazy. Delta Ribeiro. We are recording already, okay? It's being recorded. After we're gonna edit it. People talking the reception like they were in their homes. This is difficult. They don't understand they are in a company. Okay, just a minute. Okay, I was trying to reach someone here. Didn't get it. So Carol is not coming. I hope Dennis is joining, and Alessandro also. And we can start our video class. Okay. Iago, you could make the honors. Introduce yourself.
Okay.
Okay.
Hey,
Introduce yourself.
okay,
And
okay.
talk to our guest.
Hey, hey, you guys, and Wesley. I am Iago. I work in IT of Keep Calm and Learn Good English, and I I am manager the Instagram and the Facebook and LinkedIn of the school. Okay.
Iago is our IT director. Okay.
Yeah.
He
CIO.
he takes care of the site. He takes care of our social networking, and we're responsible for the sales area also. Okay, Marcia, would you introduce yourself? Marcia,
Yes, good afternoon. Hello, Wesley. Sorry for the noise. There was two cars crashed in front of the house, and the dogs are crazy. I have been teaching English for almost 30 years at a technical school, and I am Bob's wife. Sorry for the noise again.
Hey, no problem. Nice to meet you.
anyone else? Is Delto there?
Delta is listening.
Yes, of course.
Delto.
Again,
Okay,
I'm
Delto.
driving. I come home now. I'm on my way to come home. Hello, Wesley. How are you? Long time.
Good, my friend.
Oh, I'm waiting you here to make a barbecue when this pandemic time is finished, right?
Yes.
For now, I just listen to the conversation because I'm driving. It'll be hard to speak at the same time. But it's a pleasure to participate again, Bob, in your video class.
Be safe out there.
Thank you.
People, introduce yourselves, okay? Gabriel Fogaça is in. Gabriel, are you there?
Gabriel Fogaça. Traduce.
Yeah, Gabriel Fogaça. There are some people around here, okay? There is an icon that looks mysterious, okay? And people are joining, okay? Wesley, would you like you to introduce yourself, okay, and talk a little bit about your experience in the US and Canada, okay?
Okay.
Go on, please, feel home. Dennis Romão is entering, okay, nice. Go ahead.
Yep. Okay. So I immigrated first to Canada in 2009, and I lived in Canada for about 8 years, and I work as a telecommunication engineer. And in Canada, I have traveled a lot, so I know very well. I used to live in Toronto area, but because my work, I was always traveling to the west side of Canada, like Alberta, Calgary, Vancouver, Edmonton, Saskatchewan. Have anyone heard about a place called Saskatchewan?
Yeah, I never.
I have been there. It's a province of Canada. It's almost in the middle of the country. It's between Manitoba, that is another province, and Alberta. and I spent one winter there. It's very cold place, very cold. The temperature there in the winter is always -20 or lower. Yeah, so.
Yeah.
But I used to go back and forth. I was not living there. I was not living any of those places. But because I work with telecommunication projects, the company was always sending me to different places for meetings, sometimes support customer for a couple of weeks. But that one took longer, was like 6 months. In Alberta, I spent 1 year. So I know very well that part also. And then in 2017, I had opportunity to move to US. So one company here invited me to work for them, and they apply for all my paperwork, green card and everything. The process took about one year and a half, but I was working while the process was running. So I came to the United States in 2017, and I moved already 3 times here. My first city was Kansas City, in the state of Kansas. Kansas City is very unique city because it's divided by 2 different states. It's a state of Missouri and state of Kansas. So technically I lived in 4 states because that one, I was in 2 different states at the same time because the city has 2 states. And then I moved.
The 3 states.
Yeah, the city. Yeah, Kansas City is very interesting because there is like a river that cross the city, and then one side actually it's not only river. Sometimes it's even street is the border. One side of the street is one state, and across the street is another state. So it's very interesting. And I was very near to the border. I was like 1 mile from the border of the state. And here, because every state has some unique laws. So sometimes one law apply for one side of the street, but does not apply to the other side of the street. And even the sales tax also is different, but it's slightly different. It's almost the same, but it's just a small difference. And I lived there for about 2 years, and then I moved to Connecticut. Connecticut is a small state near New York, but I was there only for 6 months because I got this job here in Texas. Now I live in Dallas area in the state of Texas. And I don't plan to move anymore. I hope to be my last move, because even in Brazil, when I was in Brazil, I used to move a lot. I'm from Goiás, state of Goiás, but I graduated in Minas, in south of Minas, and then I lived in São Paulo, Rio, Florianópolis, Natal. It's crazy.
The guy is a gypsy.
Now I got tired of the moving. So Texas is my hometown now, and I hope to
Whomever doesn't know what gypsy means, that means cigano.
Yes.
All right. Cigano, no cigono, cigano. Okay. Really nice. We have many people entering, joining the group. One of them is Dennis. Dennis, are you there?
Yes, yes, I am here, Bob. How are
Would
you
you introduce
guys?
yourself?
Yes, hi, Wesley. My name is Dennis. I live in São Paulo. I studied English with Bob, Maya, and I work with insurance company in São Paulo, a specific in department, in actual department. I don't know if you know what is actuarial. And here in São Paulo, I am married. I have two kids. Is a The first kid is his name is Yuri. He is 11 uh, 11 years old. My little kid is name. She's name is Larissa.
Larissa.
Yes, yes. I'm sorry. Yes, Larissa. She is 7 years old. It's at all. And the first, my team in Brazil is Palmeiras. Okay.
Palmeiras.
Yes, I don't know.
I'm São Paulo.
São Paulo. Yes.
São Paulino.
It's nice.
Oh my goodness, this is too bad.
I think.
And São Paulo is doing very well this year, right?
Yes. São Paulo next year. São Paulo
Finally.
play very well. I think São Paulo has a big opportunity to take a cup.
The States.
Yes, I think so. I think.
Tournament.
Emilio has joined the group too. Emilio, would you like to introduce yourself, please?
Oh, it's a pleasure. Oh, I was missing to be part of this event, and I'm very glad that you still keep on inviting me, even when I fail so many times. Okay, I'm here based in Recife, in Northeast. It's a very sunny day here. I don't know if you are jealous of me because of that or not, but it's a pleasure to join you here. Thank you so much.
It's my pleasure. Okay, this is now an invited and interviewed Mr. Wesley Araújo. He lives in the U.S.
Dallas,
Okay.
Texas.
Yeah, he lived in Canada, so he has a nice experience to share with you guys, with us. And whomever wants can start making questions. Iago, Marcia, Dennis, Emilio, go on.
Yeah, go ahead. You guys can ask about Canada or United States. I know both of them very well.
No,
and about myself as well.
Yes, I have curious here. You told us and that you live in Texas. Yes, you said yes.
Yes.
Yeah. Yes. In the television here, Brazil shows a lot about the hurricane, about the
tornadoes.
Yes, tornadoes. I'd like to know if you present this phenomena of
we had one last Monday here.
Last Monday, my God.
Yeah, it's like a tornado. Where I live, it's like middle of the state, and there is no water, right? We are not in the shore line. So Houston, that is south of Texas, it's along the Gulf of Mexico. And in Houston, they experience more hurricanes, because hurricanes comes from the sea, the ocean. But in the tornadoes, not really. And here in Dallas, we experience lots of tornadoes, but it's very different from what we imagine, what we think, right? We think tornadoes pass and destroy everything everywhere, and it's not like this. Like we had a tornado, and the tornado actually passed above my neighborhood, and nothing happened. Even the wind was not very strong, because the problem is when the tornado touched down. But most of the time it's just above. It's just very strong wind and storm passing above, and but sometimes it's starting like rotating, but it still do not touch down. And usually the tornadoes do not touch down in the city, but when it start going to the rural area, and then is when it happened. And last Monday, we had a tornado. So when it happened in the TV, they released a tornado alert. So we receive on the phones, TV, radio, everything is an alert. And some in the neighborhood also, they have sirens. Sirens like a sirena, right? Siren.
Right.
That make lots of noise, and so when people hear that noise, they know that we have to go home and find shelter. But even when there is no touchdown, they still suggest you to find a shelter in the home, right? So you go to a basement of the house, or you go to some room, you think, okay, if there is a strong wind here and this house get destroyed, I think I will be safe in this part of the house. And then you try to be there, and doesn't take too long. Like last Monday, it was like about 20 minutes or 30 minutes, the peak of the storm. And it was rainy, and you see some trees moving, shaking. But
it's scary when the things start happening there.
yeah, but it's now it doesn't scare me anymore. When I was living in Kansas also has lots of tornadoes, because it's also in the middle of the country, and Kansas is very flat state. So the wind get very strong over there. But here in Dallas, it's not problem. It's a very big city. So now Dallas area is the 4th large metropolitan area in the United States. It's past Houston. Houston used to be the 4th. Now Dallas area is bigger than Houston area. We have 7.5 million people in the metropolitan area. So the cities here, I don't know if you guys have been abroad, but the cities here it's like São Paulo. You have São Paulo, but you have so many other municipalities, but here is even more, because the municipality, they are not too large. So in Dallas area, we have Dallas, we have Fort Worth, we have Plano, Frisco. These are the main, but there is so many small neighborhoods. In Brazil, would be like a neighborhood, bairro, you know? But it's a city, actually a city.
Nice.
So sorry about taking too long to explain about the tornado and hurricane, and move to a different topic, but I think
You
It's
are
Excellent,
organic.
excellent. You explain about it because Brazil we have you know you have a little, how can I say, in the Santa Catarina it's normally, but
yeah,
In São Paulo, no, São Paulo we have raining a lot, but not as a
it's not
violence.
strong.
Yes, not a violence. Yes, not a violence like there.
Yeah, here the storm, they are very powerful.
So,
I have never experienced those kind of storm in Brazil when I was in Brazil, because in Brazil it rains a lot, but it's kind of calm. There is lots of lightnings, right? Thunder, but it's not as scary as here. Here you see it, the sky changed, and it's wind, very strong wind, and there is always risk of tornadoes, right?
yes.
But I said tornado doesn't destroy the city, but actually sometimes does. Like 2 years ago, I heard there was one tornado here that touched down one very rich neighborhood in Dallas, and it's only huge mansions, very rich people, and it destroyed everything. So it doesn't choose poor or rich or middle class or downtown or suburb, but anyone can be impacted.
Just to tell you guys that we have already 12 people in this room. Okay, that's nice.
That's great.
It's a sweepstake in here. So we're having, I have received Alessandro, I have received Sandra, I have received Media Link. I don't know who Media Link is. I like these people, if they can listen to us, introduce themselves. Sandra, introduce yourself.
Okay,
Nice to see you again.
nice to see you too. Thank you. How are you for everyone? My name is Sandra. I'm using the other notebook. Media Link is from my boss.
Okay, sorry.
I rolled. Now I'm working with two notebooks, mine and the other. And I need the other hands, two hands more, maybe. I'm a journalist. Now I am keep calm PR. Thank you. Now we are going. We are beginning to change the image and the information about the school. And I don't speak very well, but I will be in office now for 1 minute, okay? But I'm here, all of you, okay? It's right, teacher?
Speak very well. It's not a bad English.
Okay, really nice. So we discovered who Media Link is. We have discovered who Media Link is. Alessandro, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
So,
hello, guys.
Introduce yourself and make a question to our guest, please.
Okay. Hi, guys. First of all, I'm sorry I'm late, but it's okay. My name is Alessandro Costa. I'm married. I have two kids, a boy and a girl. I'm 46 years, and I studied with a boy, I think 4 or 5 years ago. I think,
that's it.
Yeah, in Sangoban group. I'm in charge of integrated management system. I work in a multinational. Oh my God! I'm a French company, a Sangoban group, and I I know Bob there. Bobby was a teacher in the company. So since of then, we keep in touch, and every month Bobby invite me for this class. I love this kind of class to practice English. Yeah, so thank you very much for more this invitation, Bob.
Oh, nice. You are always welcome. Okay. Make a question to our guest. Okay. He told about himself, about his experience abroad, and he has lots of things, so lots of experience to share with us. Throw a question in.
Nice, nice. So, Wesley, nice to meet you. I don't know if
Me
you,
too.
oh, thank you. If you told, but I would like to know what you do in Dallas, and how was it? How is your profession? Tell about your career, when you start to live in US, how can you do moving?
Yeah, I'm a telecommunication engineer, and I work for an internet service provider company. Is an operator. We do mostly fiber optics deployment and wireless. So I work in the wireless side. So it's very similar to a cell phone operator, but we do not have mobile subscribers. So our subscribers, they are fixed. So when our company cannot serve with fiber to the home, and then we serve with wireless technology for internet and this kind of thing. So because the country is huge, right? There is lots of people living in rural areas or in the suburban, and it's very expensive to bring fiber. So our company provide these two types of service. But my background is mobile network. I used to work in Brazil. When I was in Brazil, I used to work like for Claro, TIM, Vivo, deploying cell phone network. And when I went to Canada, was the same thing. I was working for a vendor that provide infrastructure for mobile company. And here in US, I'm in Dallas, and I still do basically the same thing. So I have 20 years of experience in the telecommunications. And so you ask how long I'm here. In US, it's about 3 years.
3 years. Good.
Yeah, but I lived before in Canada for 8 or 9 years.
Good. And how you start your career before go to Canada? The company that you work at transferred you to Canada, or no, you go alone?
No, it was not a transfer. I was just working in Brazil for coincidence. When I went to Canada, I joined the same company. But when I first applied for immigration, when I was still in Brazil, I applied for a Canadian permanent residence while I was still there. And then when I got accepted, I resigned from the company, and then I went to Canada. And then when I was in Canada, I had nothing guaranteed. But I was very lucky because Canada was starting deploying 3G network at that time. And the main vendor was the same vendor that I was working in Brazil. And this vendor had just started in Canada. It was in 2008. They start from the scratch in Canada. And then they were looking for people. And when I sent my resume, my English was very bad. it's still work in progress, but at that time was very bad. And still I got the job. So in the first month that I was in Canada. So I was very lucky. I arrived in Canada in the right time.
Very
I think
nice.
it was the right time, right place.
Very
It was a
congratulations.
combination. So when I applied for Canada, my original plan was going to Quebec. So I did all my process in French. Actually, I had to study French when I was in Brazil. I joined Aliança Francesa in Brazil, and I studied French for about 1.5 years until get the level to pass in the immigration process. But when I went to Canada, I spent only 1 week in Montreal, and it was most visiting, right? I said, oh, I need at least to know the place that I applied for. But most of the company was in Toronto, and the company that hired me was in Toronto also. So I never lived in Quebec. So when you are accepted, you are accepted for the country. Although you apply for a specific province, you are accepted for the country, so you can live wherever you want.
Take a question, please.
Congratulations.
When I disappear, I am managing the class from here. Okay.
Oh.
So I go to here, I come back to here. So keep on talking, people. Keep making questions to our guests. This is a great opportunity for all of you, right? So this is for you. He is here for the sake of you. So.
Okay. I think I will also ask a question in general.
I'm waiting a massacre of questions to our guest. He has really nice and big experience to share with us.
Okay.
Go on, people.
Good.
Dennis, help me.
I will ask a question for anyone.
Yes, I have other question. Oh, I'm sorry, Wesley.
Okay.
Go ahead, please.
Yeah, I will just ask and then you can ask your question. But it's for everybody. Have anyone lived abroad in another country or want to live?
Whomever wants to live outside the country, come on, people, make a question. Talk to our guest. Otherwise, it's gonna be he's gonna feel lonely. Okay, Iago, go on, Iago.
In relation of what you said about Claro, TIM, and the others, it's an oligopoly of cell phone companies in Brazil, né?
So, can you repeat your question, please?
In the Brazil, we have a oligopoly of cell phone.
The telecommunication.
Is okay.
Yeah, it's but almost everywhere is the same. I have seen the same behavior. It's every country has major 3 players. In Brazil, maybe you have, as far as I can remember, it's Claro, Vivo, TIM, right? The main company. But when you go to other countries, also is the same. Here in the United States, we have AT&T, T-Mobile, and Verizon as the 3 main operators, because it's very expensive to deploy a network and have profit, right? If lots of, it's not because the market is closed, but it's because it's hard to find another company that wants to spend billions and billions to share the market, right? So it's the good number I heard is about 3 and max 4 operators in one country. If it's more than this, it's too expensive, the competition. It's not worth it, drop the price, and then the companies, they start falling apart, right? Going bankrupt.
Yes.
Yeah, but it's the same everywhere. It's the same. We think it's only Brazil, but it's normal.
Okay,
That's it.
I understand. I have other question, but your free time, what do you do your free time in Texas? And what different, how can I say, start life in the United States and Canada, because it's a different country culture.
Yeah, that's a good
Yes?
question. It's a very good question. And this is, first I will answer the first part of the question. What I do here in my free time, right? I like bicycle, and I like everything related to water. And here there is lots of lakes and parks. And now I'm riding bicycle. So I just grab my bike and go to the parks, and there is plenty of them. Even in my residential area, we have bike trails. So I just take my daughter, and then we ride bike and explore different places. But I like traveling, so on the weekend, sometimes I have like last minute plan, and just take the car and I go to Austin. That is the Texas capital. It's a very, very nice city, just to spend one day and then come back in the end of the day. And also it's parks, right? There is lots of parks along the river, and then people, when the weather is still chilly, people just do kayaking or boat, or and when it's warmer, people swim, and I love swim as well. But one thing that attracted me most about Texas was the weather. And compare with the Canada, when I accepted, I loved Canada. Canada is a very, very good country, and it was a very good experience for me to live there. But it's too cold. It is very, very cold, so, and the winter takes too long. So it starts getting cold like in September, and then it lasts until May. And then the summer starts, and June is very nice, July is very nice, everybody's excited. And then August, by mid of August, the weather starts changing. And the time flies like that. And everybody starts being said, oh, again, another winter, another. But the fall also is nice in Canada. It's very beautiful.
Yeah.
It's chilly, but it's still not so cold. And it's very beautiful. All the trees change colors, and it's good for pictures. But you get bored after some time, right? And one thing that attracted me when I had chance to move to United States, it's the chance to live in a warmer state. Even in United States, some states are cold like Canada. Yes. So if I had to live in one of those states, I would go back to Canada, because for me, it's not worth it. I came here because I want, in the end, select one state in the South. And this place here, Dallas, was my choice, but my choice. It was one of the first time I could decide by myself, right? When I first came here, the company asked me to go to a specific city. I went to Kansas. It was not my choice. We have the job, we have opportunity. It's in Kansas City. And this project finished, now we have in Connecticut. Do you want to go? Yes, I will go to Connecticut. But then when I get my green card and I get my freedom, when the project finished there, I said, no, now I will start applying for a job only to Dallas. I will accept job only in Texas. Actually, I had two states in mind, Texas and Florida. I said, only these two states I will accept a job now. I'm tired of moving around, and now I will decide where I want to live. But Dallas is, they call a telecommunication corridor, like corredor de telecomunicações, né? Most of the telecommunications, I think all of them, they have a big office here or headquarters. The vendors, the operators. So Dallas is the best place if you want to stay and do not move. Even if you lose your job or finish the project and you have to find another job, here's the best location to stay and apply only here. So this is my plan now. Now I have a full-time job. Maybe I will stay in the same company, but things happen. And if I lose the job, my plan is to apply here. So this is a big difference compared with Canada and US, is the weather. And the second, there is another one. The job market is much stronger than Canada. And the salary is higher. And the cost of living is lower. So in Canada, and the tax also is much lower. There is lots of advantage to be, especially in Texas, because Texas now is attracting lots of people because we don't pay state income tax. So in the end of the day, it's more money in your pocket because you don't pay state taxes free. There is other states in the United States that do not charge tax, but he is one of them. And lots of people now is moving to here because they don't want to pay a lot of tax. So salary is higher, you pay less tax, and cost of living is lower, and the weather is better. So this is a good combination.
Yes, yes, I agree. I agree with you. Yes.
But I still miss Canada. I really do. I miss Canada. Maybe because it was the first country that I lived outside Brazil, and then you fall in love, right? When you arrive, it's your first experience outside. So I still have those good memories from Canada and friends. So it was a good experience.
I have clients in Texas.
Okay, in which city? Do you remember?
In Dallas, sorry.
In Dallas.
His name is Carlos Vaz. It's a coach organization. It's a real estate investment. Do you know?
Okay. Yeah, there is lots of Brazilian here, but it's not the largest community in the United States. United States, most of the people lives in Brazilian. They go to Florida and Boston, and Newark is in New Jersey. So Dallas is still there is lots of Brazilian. I heard it's about 20,000, I think.
I will write in on the chat the name.
Okay.
Organization. He is Brazilian. He was born on Itajubá, Minas Gerais.
Okay, yeah, I was graduated beside Itajubá in Santa Rita do Sapucaí. It's so I know Itajubá very well. Very well.
Carlos Vaz was born in Itajubá, and he left here to the United States on 20 years ago, maybe. And now he is a rich man. He's a very success empresário.
Just a second. Take my phone. Yeah, my daughter is asking for something.
No problem.
Yeah, but I'm very familiar with Itajubá, Santa Rita, and Sul de Minas. It's a very nice part of Minas. And I spent 5 years there.
Yeah, when I've been to Dallas, there were a stadium named Cotton Bowl, where Brazil faced the Netherlands for the for the qualifiers of World Cup 1994. And I'd like to know from you if there is still that stadium. I heard it was collapsed and built another one in place. Is it true, or they just reformed? Tell me a little bit about it.
It might be true because there is a new and very modern stadium here. It's called AT&T Stadium. It belongs to Dallas Cowboys, the American football team. And that stadium, it's, oh man, it's so beautiful. It can be covered or open, and they have air conditioning. So sometimes when it's very hot, they close everything, and it's very comfortable inside. I have visited that stadium. I think they built another one. This one replaced the one you have visited. But I'm not 100% sure. Maybe I'm wrong, because it's the only big, very big stadium that I know here now, and it's not old. That stadium is, and it's very flexible stadium. They built for Dallas Cowboys, but they changed the stadium. Even rodeo, they sometimes happen inside the stadium. So they change everything, and there is a Cowboys rodeo inside the stadium. And they change, they put sands, and it's unbelievable what they do. So they play anything inside there, events and.
Yeah, I saw. I have seen that time some soccer fields painted on the football marks, and they look terrible. In that stadium, I haven't seen it. It was a clear soccer demarcation, and in the stadium, and it was really beautiful. It was very airy, it was a sunny day. It was everything all right. And especially because Brazil won that game with one last minute goal, and that was really nice.
It's very remarkable. That game, Brazil and Netherlands, right?
Yeah.
It was 1994.
Yeah, yeah, 1994. I got a surprise prize from Paralpina, the company, very
Have good memories.
and they took me to, but that was crazy because it was like coming like bate-volta here. That was really interesting. I left Brazil on Friday night, got there on Saturday morning, and then on Sunday, right after the match, I had to leave to Brazil, and that was really tiring, but it was an experience. Really nice. People, more questions, people. Sandra, Marcia, Yolanda. Yolanda has joined the group. Huh?
Wait, I'd like to make a question, Wesley, about the food. What do you think about Texas food and if you miss Brazilian food?
Good question. Food here in Texas is a big deal. They are crazy about beef. They like barbecue, but the Texan barbecue is different from our barbecue. So the main thing here in Texas is the barbecue, but the way they prepare the barbecue is different. It's called slow cook. Even the barbecue grill is different. So it's in Brazil would be like something like assar no bafo, né?
That's it.
Eu acho que I think it's something similar. I'm not 100% sure, but when I see the process when they are preparing the barbecue here, it remind me in Brazil some slow cook. So they wrap and the main meat is the brisket. Brisket will be similar to maminha in Brazil.
Wow.
Yeah. So and they wrap and then they put all this season and it takes about 6 hours, 6 to 8 hours cooking. So and this is the way and lots of ribs. They also like ribs. And compare with but our barbecue it's very special. We have here there is lots of Brazilian steakhouse here in Dallas. So when I miss the Brazilian food, I go to those places, and then we have the full experience, right? With diesel and everything. And it's a good price. Actually, it's not too expensive. Actually, sometimes it's more affordable to go to the Brazilian steakhouse here than when I visit Brazil. When I try to go to the same steakhouse in Brazil, it's crazy how things is expensive over there. Right now.
It's really high. It's really expensive here.
Yeah, but like here we have barbecue here for $17, all you can eat, right? It's the rodízio here in Dallas. It's not it ranges from 17 to 45 is the top. It's $45 is the most expensive, but you guys cannot think about $45 times 5 and change to Brazilian, right? Because then will looks very expensive because we make money in dollars. So we'll be comparable with 17 or 45 reais in Brazil. So this will be the price. I think it's very affordable. And when I miss the Brazilian food, I go there. But at home, I cook exactly the same. All the ingredients we can find here, exactly the same, even the flavor, because there is a Brazilian small markets here where you can buy all the ingredients from Brazil. And all the
Brazil.
Everything you can find here. Rice, beans, and even piqui, because I'm from Goiás. I don't know if you even piqui you can find here. All there. Of course, it's not the same, but we can find everything. People are bringing from Brazil because they know we miss, and there is lots of Brazilian, so they bring picanha. Picanha, we can find picanha here because the cut is different. The way they cut the meat is different compared with Brazil. But we still can find here, we can find in the Brazilian market, and there is some regular markets that you still can find picanha. The sausage, that is the linguiça, we can find here also. So our barbecue here, when I do barbecue at home, is exactly the same as in Brazil. Far off, everything. Picanha.
I heard that
Good. Very good.
Culture of Brazil onto Canada, huh? Taking churrascos and the best churrascos as the gaúcho is. And it's really nice listening or hearing that. Okay,
yeah.
Go on, people. We are just informing you that we're coming to the end of our interview. Okay, I'd like everybody to thank Wesley for his disposal to give us a hand, to talk to us, to dedicate some of his time to our school, our students, and everybody. Come on, people. Everybody turn your video on so we can take a beautiful photo of you guys. Okay? Come on, everybody.
Wesley, let me take advantage of the issue. We were talking about food over there. What do you think about U.S. citizens, and do they enjoy Brazilian meat, the Brazilian way of cooking? I mean, because you told us that there are kind of barbecues over there. Really?
They love it. It's the first time Brazilian here, at least, I don't know if it's everywhere, but in some states, because here we are not majority, right? We are not we are minority here in the Brazilian, but we still have lots of things related to Brazil here, and they love it. They when I talk with them, and the first thing they ask is about the food. Even I can give an example. My neighbor here, it's American. Both sides of my right side and left side, they are American. And sometimes when I go outside, and then they are always very friendly, say hi. And the first thing he asked me was, Wesley, what the heck is this smell when you are cooking or barbecue? It's driving me crazy. And then I said, okay, next time I will invite you. And he said, oh man, it smells so good, this barbecue. I love it. And they said, okay, next time I will bring the dessert and you prepare barbecue for us. Because they like. And even my friends from the work, they always say, oh man, I went to this Brazilian steakhouse and it's unbelievable. The meat is so juicy, so tender. It smells so good. What they put there? I said, nothing. It's just salt.
Just salt
Because
only.
you guys, yeah, because they put lots of things, right? Even some sauce and change the taste.
Yeah.
I said you just have to select a good meat and salt. That's it.
Only, yes, it's nice.
But they love it.
No, it's very nice to hear that, because when I moved here in Brazil from São Paulo to Recife, my first job here was to work with Nortel Networks, a telecompany, for sure you know. And people came from, some from Dallas, some from Calgary, some from Saskatchewan, I don't know, in the north of Canada, Saskatchewan, yeah. So they enjoyed very much our weather here, but the food, man. People
they didn't like
praising the food. No, they praise the food all the time.
Oh,
so
okay.
they missed a lot. There was one that even bought box of Guaraná Antarctica, you know, to take to Canada over there. So I was curious to know that, because here, people who came over here to work, the Brazil launch team in Northeast region, they really enjoyed very much.
Yes,
Brazilian food.
yes. Everybody loves the Brazilian food is one of the best. It's not because we are Brazilian, but for sure, our food is very good, and it's diverse. Everywhere you go, you find different food, and they are all tasty. People love it. But the good thing is, I feel comfortable here because I find everything. Even Guaraná, I buy Guaraná here. Even Walmart, some Walmart we can find. But when I cannot find, I go to Brazilian market, and then they try to bring all these things for us. So even the small details that people, they don't care in Brazil, but when we are here, we love, like coxinha, pastel, this kind of thing. When you go to a Brazilian place, the first thing, oh, where can I find a pastel, coxinha, Guaraná? Yeah, this is very Brazilian.
We have a very close person who lives in Norway. She loves pastel. She just talks about pastel. I love pastels.
Yeah,
and it's really interesting. People love it. Okay.
And the other thing, just one more thing, it's very you cannot find the same. It's the cake, like the birthday cake. From United States, the birthday cake is beautiful. It's so beautiful, but doesn't taste good. No taste. So some Brazilian, when they know how to bake in the Brazilian style, they make some money here because they sell to the Brazilian community. Like it's my daughter has a birthday this weekend, and I bought a cake from a Brazilian lady, so she knows how to do in the Brazilian style, and every time I buy from them, and every Brazilian does the same, because we cannot eat the American cake. It's very, very bad. It's just beautiful. They know how to make it beautiful, but it's not tasty.
The shape is beautiful, but the taste is not good. Yes.
No.
Yes.
No, they're not. No, they're not.
Sorry, I would like to do a joke. It's this cake is only pavê.
Only pavê. Only pavê. That's right. And only the Brazilian will understand this joke.
Oh my goodness, these are my students. Huh? Okay, people. Wesley, I'd like to thank you very much for your time, for your disposal. being here with us. And I really appreciate it. I did appreciate it. It was really nice talk, nice conversation. And we hope we can have some more conversation like this in the future.
Okay, yeah, it was my pleasure. Thanks for the invitation. It's good to spend some time with you guys and speak in English and practice some English. I wish good luck for everyone, and everyone can share the experience and learn the language. Thanks very much for the invite. It was my pleasure also.
Thanks, Wesley.
Thank you.
Okay,
too.
I'd like
Thanks,
everybody connect your videos so we can take a photo of everybody, every faces in here, if it's possible, okay? Connect your videos right now, please, and say goodbye to Wesley. See you, Wesley. Thank
See
you
you,
so
Wesley.
much.
Wesley, thank
Nice
you.
to meet
Bye.
you.
Bye-bye.
Nice to meet
Thank
you.
you, Wesley.
Bye-bye.
Nice to meet you guys. And
Bye-bye. See you.
bye bye. See you.
Bye bye. See you.
See you.